Good day, everyone. I am Decent Pahayat Palad, and together with Jade Paholas, today we are going to tackle the continuation of the last topic that we had, the philosophy of education and personal philosophy of teaching, specifically in contemporary philosophies, postmodern philosophies, and the principles and philosophy of Philippine education. So, one of the contemporary philosophies is the perennialism. So, a perennialist classroom aims to be a closely organized and well disciplined environment which develops in students a lifelong quest for the truth. For example, reading, writing, speaking, and listening are emphasized in the early grades to prepare students in later grades to study literature, history, and philosophy. The second is essentialism. Essentialists believe that there is a common core of knowledge that needs to be transmitted to students in a systematic, disciplined way. The emphasis in this conservative perspective is on intellectual and moral standard that schools should teach. So essentialism tries to instill all students with the most essential or basic academic knowledge and skills and character development. So, third is existentialism. So, it is a philosophy that emphasizes individuals' existence, freedom, and choice. It is the view that humans define their own meaning in life and try to make irrational decisions despite existing in an irrational universe. So, progressivism is an educational movement started by John Dewey that says that students learn through their own experiences. Progressivism revolves around the students' needs, including teaching students to be good citizens as well as good learners, a concept known as focusing on the whole child. So, last is social reconstructionism. It promotes teachers to not tell students what is right or wrong in society, but instead to guide students by exploring social issues, presenting alternative viewpoints, and facilitating students' analysis of the issues. So, regarding in postmodernist, the aims of education are teaching critical thinking, production of knowledge, development of individual and social identity, self recreation. In postmodern education, teachers just lead students to discover new things. They tolerate others' criticism and try to think in critical way.
Now let us move on to the principles and philosophy of Philippine education. Article 2 is all about declaration of principles and state policies. So we have section 17. It says that the state shall give priority to education, science and technology, arts, culture, and sports to foster patriotism and nationalism, accelerate social progress, and promote total human liberation and development. So it is mentioned that in education, by giving priority to education, the state recognizes the importance of providing quality education to all citizens. Education is seen as a means of empowering individuals, equipping them with knowledge and skills necessary for personal and societal development. So it is also mentioned about the science and technology. So emphasizing science and technology, the significance of innovation, research, and technological advancements. By investing in these fields, the state aims to enhance economic growth and improvement, living standards, and address social challenges through scientific progress. It is also mentioned about the arts and culture. Recognizing the value of arts and culture, the state aims to preserve and promote the country's rich cultural heritage. These include supporting artistic expressions, cultural institutions, and the preservation of traditional practices. It is also contributes to the development of national identity and fosters a sense of pride and appreciation for Filipino culture. Sports. In the fields of sports, prioritizing sports encourages physical fitness, healthy competition, and teamwork. It promotes an active and healthy lifestyle among citizens and cultivates values such as discipline, determination, and sportsmanship. Sports also serves as a platform for national pride and unity, especially in international competitions. So, the overall goal of prioritizing education, science and technology, arts, culture, and sports is to foster patriotism and nationalism, accelerate social progress, and promote total human liberation and development. These areas are seen as essential components in building a strong and progressive nation, empowering individuals and creating a well rounded society. Next, we have Article 14, Education, Science and Technology, Arts, Culture, and Sports. In Section 1, the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. This provision emphasizes the commitment of the state to ensure that every citizen, regardless of their background or circumstances, has the right to receive a quality education. It highlights that education is not a privilege but a fundamental right that should be accessible to all. In Section 2, the state shall establish, maintain, and support a complete, adequate, and integrated system of education relevant to the needs of the people and society. Section 2, subsection 2. So this provision highlights the need for a comprehensive, inclusive, and responsive education system that meets the needs of individuals and society. It emphasizes the importance of continuous support, adequate resources, and relevance to ensure that education is accessible, meaningful, and beneficial for all. In subsection 3, the provision mentioned that the state has the responsibility to establish and maintain a system of scholarship grants, student loan programs, subsidies, and other incentives. These programs are designed to provide financial support and opportunities to deserving students, particularly those who come from underprivileged backgrounds. In subsection 4, encourage non-formal, informal, and indigenous learning systems as well as self-learning, independent, and out-of-school study programs, particularly those that respond to community needs. And so, formal education refers to the structured and organized system of education provided by institutions such as schools, colleges, and universities. It follows a standard curriculum and is typically guided by specific policies and regulations set by educational authorities. In subsection 5, the state recognizes the need to empower adult citizens by equipping them with knowledge and understanding of civics, which includes the rights, responsibilities, and duties of being a citizen. This training aims to promote active participation in the democratic process and foster a sense of civic responsibility.
Personal philosophy of teaching under this is the importance of personal philosophy of teaching. So, personal teaching philosophy is an essential and active element of a teacher. Acquiring a philosophy is powerful in that it directs and guides a teacher's teaching practices in a classroom as well as how they perceive teaching and learning and the students around them. So it is also a self reflective statement of your beliefs about teaching and example learning.
Writing a personal philosophy of teaching is a reflective process that involves articulating your beliefs, values, and principles about education and teaching. So, here are the steps to help you write your personal philosophy of teaching. First, we have reflect on your beliefs and values. Take some time to reflect on your beliefs about education, learning, students, and teaching. Consider what you think is the purpose of education, the role of a teacher, and how students learn best. Second, identify your teaching goals. Think about what you hope to achieve as a teacher. What are your goals for your students? How do you envision your role in helping them reach their full potential? Third, we have consider your teaching style. Reflect on your teaching style and preferences. Do you prefer a more traditional approach to teaching, or do you believe in more student centered, hands on learning experiences? Fourth, think about classroom management. Consider how you will manage your classroom, create a positive learning environment, and establish a sense of community among your students. Next, reflect on assessment and feedback. Think about how you will assess student learning and provide feedback. What types of assessments do you believe are most effective? And how will you use assessment data to inform your teaching? Next, consider diversity and inclusion. Reflect on how you will address diversity and inclusion in your classroom. How will you create a welcoming and inclusive environment for all students? Next, we have write your philosophy. Start writing your personal philosophy of teaching by summarizing your beliefs, values, and principles. Be clear and concise in expressing your thoughts and ideas. Next, we have provide examples and justifications. Support your philosophy with examples from your own experiences or research. Explain why you hold these beliefs and how they inform your teaching practice. Next, we have revise and refine. Review your philosophy and make any necessary revisions. Ensure that it accurately reflects your beliefs and values as an educator. And lastly, share and reflect. Share your personal philosophy of teaching with colleagues, mentors, or friends for feedback. Reflect on their input and consider how you can further refine and improve your philosophy. By following these steps, you can create a personal philosophy of teaching that serves as a guiding framework for your practice and helps you stay true to your beliefs and values as an educator.
Thank you everyone for being with us in today's discussion, and I hope you learned something. And good luck, everyone, and God bless.